What is going on, everybody? We have a three-game NBA slate tonight. Not a ton of games, but I do have a handful of picks that I do actually like in these games. That's not always the case with a short slate. Sometimes it's tough to even find one or two, but I've got five straight bets that I'm sharing today, along with one parlay filler. The VIPs, they got these bets a few hours ago, and if you want to become a VIP, you get all these plays earlier on in the day or earlier on in the week if it's the NFL. You get screenshots of every single slip that I make, and it's a long written write-up of every single play that I'm on as well. Just kind of talking about what I like on this place, kind of similar to how I do it on YouTube, but in written form and earlier on in the day so you get ahead of any line movement. If you want to become a VIP, I'm running two really big promotions right now. The first one is the big one. It's for the annual subscribers. If you want to get an annual subscription to VIP, the normal price is $180 a year. I am discounting that down to $100 from now until the end of November. You could either use the link in the description below to sign up for that, or you use promo code 1000 if you find me on OddsShop or Tails. It's $100 annual subscription. You are locked into that price for life. My normal sub price is $20 a month or $10 a week. So you're saving a few $100 if you go with this annual sub. But if you don't want to do this annual subscription, I don't have a graphic for this other promo, but I am running a 1 month trial for $1. So if you use promo code $1, that's the number one, DOLLA on Tails. It might even show you when you go into the link below when you click monthly, but it's $1 subscription for your first month with me. So you'll get the first month for $1, and then if you continue until the next month, then you'll get the normal price of $20 per month, which equates to $240 a year. But if you want to just try it out for a month, that's the best way to do it. Another reminder, join my Discord server. The Discord is completely free to join. You don't need to be a VIP to be in there. The link to join is in the pinned comment below. And last, but certainly not least, the website I'm showing on my screen is called Outlier.bet. It is a paid subscription website, but honestly, it's worth every single penny. I use this every day for all of my research. The only way I find these plays for NBA, NFL, WNBA, college football, Outlier is the only tool that you need. And if you want a 7-day free trial for that, there's also a link located in the description below. So let's jump right into the plays for today. We had a really good night last night in the NBA. I swept the board. I only had 3 plays out there, but we cashed every single one of them, which was really nice to do. But for tonight, I've got 5 plays and a parlay filler, so we might take a little bit going through it today, but that's fine. So the first play we're on is Wendell Carter, under 18.5 points and rebounds. Reasoning behind this one, I'm going to filter for games without Paolo Banchero and games with Franz Wagner over the last couple of seasons. You have a 12-game sample size. He's gone under this number 8 out of 12 games. He's dating Angel Reese, so he's obviously learning how to miss all of his shots nowadays. But anyways, he averages only 15 points and rebounds per game in the sample size, playing about 30 minutes per game in most of this sample as well. He's gone under it 8 out of 12 times. Last 2 recent games as well with 14 and 15. Granted, he fouled out against the Knicks the other night. If I scroll on here, he had 6 fouls against the Knicks, so he fouled out in like early the fourth quarter. So he didn't get a chance to go over it, but I'm sticking with this trend too. He actually did face the Sixers twice in this sample size too, without Paolo Banchero and with Franz last year. And the Sixers were in a very similar spot. They were without Joel Embiid. Andre Drummond was a starting center. Very similar situation as these 2 games last year. He played 29 minutes on average between those 2 games. I'm expecting around this to be his outcome tonight, around 17 to 18 points and rebounds. That's enough to go under this 18.5 number. Moving on to the next play, it's Rui Hachimura, over 15.5 PRA. The line's actually moved to 16.5 on some books, so I'm going to talk about the 16.5 line, but I like it either way. Basically, we have LeBron active, we have Luka active, and we have Austin Reeves active, and no DeAndre Ayton, but we don't have a sample without Ayton last year because he wasn't on the Lakers. But last season in this scenario, for Rui, if we're looking at the 15.5, we went over this number 75% of the time. 16.5 is a little bit more of a dice roll because he did hit 16 on the dot a few times. It's about a 60% win rate, so I don't love it as much as 16.5. I did place one slip at 16.5, mainly because his average was 19.4, which is a bit, a decent amount above the 16.5 number. I would search for that 15.5 number if you can get it on PrizePicks, Underdog, or any of these other websites. It's a slightly better number, but I don't mind the 16.5 for Rui tonight. The next play is also with the Lakers. It's Luka under 49.5 PRA. Yeah, Luka has been unbelievable this season, averaging 52.2 PRA per game. He's had 52 in the last two games with LeBron back. But LeBron actually got up to about 30 minutes last game, so he's getting back into the swing of things. I think he's going to get closer and closer to his normal minutes allotment. So I'm going to filter for games with LeBron and with Austin Reeves over the last two seasons. You can see this year, the two games, he had 52. But last season, he went under this number 85% of the time. You could probably throw out the first couple of games here where he was just getting under his, getting used to his new role with the Lakers, coming off the bench and things like that. But, if you look at the last 23 games or so, he went under this number 19 out of 23 games to end last season with the Lakers, as long as everybody else was healthy, only averaging 42.2 PRA. I think most likely the outcome is like 46 to 48. This 49.5 number seems just a bit too high for Luka, especially with everybody healthy. And with Kawhi Leonard, active for the Clippers, good defender. James Harden, okay defender when he wants to be. But I just think it's a little bit too high for Luka. I wouldn't be shocked if we start seeing this number come down to like 48 and 47.5 in the next few games as he starts to go under this number more and more. Granted, he could just prove me wrong and come out and score like 50 points, which he does once in a while, but that's the risk you take when you take an under on a star player. I take it all the time with Luka, with SGA, with Cade, with a lot of these guys. I'm not afraid to take under. So Luka under 49.5 PRA is pick number 3. Now, picks number 4 and 5, same game, but the other team. We're going with James Harden over 12.5 rebounds and assists. So Kawhi came back last game, and Harden only had 8 rebounds and assists last game. So he didn't get what I expected him to get. But anyways, looking at the games this season with Kawhi active and Harden active, Harden's gone over this number 5 out of 7 games this year, averaging 13.3 rebounds and assists. And last year, he went over this number 75% of the time. Same scenario, by averaging 14.9 rebounds and assists. Quite frankly, when Kawhi is on the floor, Harden doesn't need to shoot the ball as much. So that's why he racks up a little bit more assists than he normally does with Kawhi off the floor. So he definitely has double-double upside, triple-double upside any night. But most likely the scenario is a double-double for James Harden with the points and the assists. And I do think he at least goes over this 12.5 rebounds and assists number. Last play for the regular bets is Kawhi Leonard over 13.5 first half PRA. This is on PrizePicks only, so if you're not on PrizePicks, you're going to miss out on this play. But basically, super strong prop for him. Games with James Harden over the last two seasons. He's gone over this number 5 out of 7 games this year. He went over that number 75% of the games last year. I'm not going to filter for home and away because it technically is the same. It's the same arena, so you really don't need to filter for home or away in this scenario. But yeah, it's just been a spot that we've been hitting on the last 2 years. Honestly, this number was like 16.5 at one point last year. Wouldn't be shocked if it starts to get up there again. But like I said yesterday in the video, PrizePicks and Underdog are really slow to adjust on the first half markets. So this could be a play that we might be taking for a while here, as long as they keep the line at about 13.5. We're hopefully going to get Trae Young back soon for the Hawks, and you'll see every night where I'm going to have a play on Trae Young, whether it's over or under based on the number. There's going to be a lot of players like that. Once you learn this market, you can make so much money on it. But that's all the straight bets. I have one parlay filler tonight. It's an alternate line. It is Nickeil Alexander-Walker over 19.5 PRA. Now, we were on his normal line the last couple of games. And actually, we might be on it again. No, probably not. We were getting it at like 23.5, 24.5, and 25.5 is a bit of a question mark for me. But anyways, games without Trae Young for Alexander Walker, or Naw, like I like to call him, over in 10 out of 11 games, averaging 27.9 PRA per game. You can get there on points alone if he gets really hot shooting from the floor. Looking at his normal line of the 25.5, 25 is just a tick too high. 23.5 was an amazing number. 24.5 was kind of a decision. 25.5 is just a total skip for me. But that's why I'm going to go all the way down to the 19.5 for some safety on my parlays. And that is going to wrap up all of the bets for the 3-game NBA slate today. A lot of bets for a 3-game slate. Not normally like me to have a ton of bets on a short slate, but, it just kind of depends. I look through all the plays the same way every single night. Sometimes I find a lot. Sometimes I don't. Tonight was a night that we found a lot of picks. Even though I have a lot of plays out there today, a lot of different props and stuff, I do bet the same amount every single night. So What I do is if I have more plays, I just do more combinations at a lower dollar amount because you want to manage your risk by just having all these different combinations because it's so tough getting the combo right, and that's the random part about this on PrizePicks, Underdog, and doing parlays and things like that. But hopefully, you guys liked this video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. I'll have my NFL pick video for Thanksgiving released on Wednesday night, probably if not Thursday morning. I'll also have an NFL video Friday and an NFL video on Sunday. You'll get NBA videos as long as there's more than one or two games on a night every night for me this week. Maybe not on Thanksgiving, but I haven't looked at the schedules just yet. But if you want to become a VIP, you only have a few more days to take advantage of that deal. So use the link in the description below. Join the free Discord server in the pinned comment below. And best of luck on your bets tonight, everybody. Thanks for watching.